right. I'm going to think about my businesses before I think about anybody else's kids and family. If you care about your kids and family, you don't harass people online you don't know. And every time they tell you that they want you to stop harassing them, you sexually bully them by saying they want to fuck you. You cannot
So
do
Officer,
that. And nobody.
so Officer Parker, so is his name Officer Parker, correct? From the Newark County Police, right? That's the detective that's on this case, the officer. I'm sorry, the officer that's on this case, right?
It's him. It's Tom.
Right.
It's Tom,
And
his boss, and his
right.
boss is boss Scott. And my
Right.
lawyer is going to make sure charges are filed so you could stop
Charges.
harassing
Okay. Nobody's harassing you. Nobody's harassing you.
You harass me.
Nobody's harassing you.
Okay, we're on to part 2 now. I just wanted to give you a little brief introduction. Notice how TCTV just brushes right over that. 4 years ago, you see how TCTV was. Now we're in 2025. And you see how TCTV is. You see on the screen who we're talking about. This is Catherine Brown, who made these claims. Now, let me state, I didn't hear what Catherine Brown claimed TCTV said to her, because we weren't capturing those conversations. But I know what he said about me. I know what he said about Rev G. I know what he said about Lennon Honor. And I know what he said about our friends and supporters. Oh, and I'll add this. I know what he says about essentially every male and female he makes reference to. It's about sex, anger, as well as this brand of, quote, praise. But I want you to hear more of what went down here in 2021 with respect to TCTV and the accusations that were leveled against him. Stay tuned and I will return.
Listen to this. When y'all put CB in the chat and y'all talk about me and say you didn't say any names, all that proves to the police and to my attorney is that you have already established who you're talking about because you've harassed me so much.
If it don't apply, I asked a simple question. I said, should we cancel? Listen. I asked the question, should we cancel someone who made false accusations
I never made
on a black man? Listen. Let me finish. I never said no names. I never said no names, no nothing. But for whatever reason, if it don't apply, don't reply. If it don't apply, don't reply, and you came right up on this panel. I rest my case.
You're right. And I digress on the videos that I have showing exactly what I said.
Yup. Like I said, in the next 24 to 48 hours,
They say that I gave him information about Rev G so that I could be harassed.
I got nothing else to say.
You should not have anything else.
Listen. We're gonna let them handle it. I asked a simple question, miss, and you came right up here involving yourself.
You're right. And I'm
like you always do.
Did you hear that? He spends time talking about you, making these horrendously abusive, sexualized, sexual degrading, sexually harassing, sexually tormenting comments. And when you object, he says, we weren't even talking about you. Here you are up on the panel. Here you are coming after me. Here you are appearing. This sound familiar, people? We're in 2025. How many times have you heard this in the last 2-3 weeks? He makes these snide comments. He makes these remarks. He knows who he's talking about. And when you address it, he wants to say he's not talking about you. He knows good and damn well who he's harassing. And now he's trying to act like he didn't say anything. He thinks he can say and do whatever he wants. And then when you bring it up, he thinks he has a right to tell you to shut up. And listen to how he tries to overtalk as if you're not going to say anything. As if him overtalking you is going to forever shut you up. And the way he says that, like you come right up here, like he owns the panel, that isn't his panel. But here he thinks he has a right to dictate to who he's talking about whether or not they can come up on a panel and address the issue or any issue. He's not handling the controls, but he thinks he gets to say and decide who comes up on a platform. So unless the host doesn't want the person up on the platform, who the hell are you to say who can come up on a platform? It's not your channel. This is another method by which he thinks he has a right to control what someone does after he has been bullying them and harassing them. Now, keep in mind, I'm speaking within a context. This is someone who's accusing him of harassing her. And this fits right in to the claim because I didn't hear what he said. I'm just reemphasizing I know what he said to all the other people that I mentioned. But it's interesting how the behavior is the same. He harassed us and he wants us to shut up. He went through all that crap. He went through perpetrating all those atrocities. Then he thinks he has a right to tell us what we're going to say about it, where we can go, whose panel we can get on, how much we can say about it. This is what he's doing based on the accusation that this person has leveled against him.
Darrell, I let him talk. Could you mute him so I could talk? He's not going to overtalk me and run that slick con game on me. I had a
Listen. I was talking to them.
Stop harassing me.
I'll leave, Darrell. Do you want me to leave, Darrell?
I had enough of him.
Hold on. I'm muting both of y'all. Hold on. Listen. I'm gonna say this for both of y'all. Because you all have whatever situation y'all got going on, I'm not going to acknowledge whatever. You can speak of things, but we're not gonna go back and forth and do this because we've done this multiple times already. So I'm gonna put it like this. Catherine, I'm gonna let you say your piece. Ghost, if you want to say something else after that, you can. If you don't, you choose not to, that's fine. If you do decide to respond, I'm giving her one response, you get your response, and then we change it to the topic. So we're gonna go back to the topic. Okay? So go ahead, Catherine.
Okay, so like I said, Darrell, I have videos to back up everything that I have said. There were hours-long sessions harassing me at the KG party. That you cannot get people to disenfranchise somebody because they went to the fucking cops. So what he's doing now, telling you to cancel me, and what he's done on panels, telling people to harass me. Here's the thing, Darrell, because there is evidence of the harassment, that there is no need for him to say my name. He's already established who he's talking about. They've already established who CB is and all this other stuff. And not only that, the videos that I have he said in the video, what about Catherine Brown? And he was filming someone saying that bitch didn't give me support, never came through. All that stuff that they said on those videos and threatening the donors, he was there filming the donors. He said his name in the video, filming when he said, if the donors don't give me money, I have people that could harm Umar. I asked this man multiple months to stop harassing me. Every time I asked him to stop harassing me, he said I wanted to have sex with him. He sexually bullied me. If someone is asking you to stop harassing them, that's not saying they want sex with you. That means just leave their name out of your mouth. Don't make any references to them. I am getting offline harassment because of this. There's an environment of hate. People are saying I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They're impersonating me and sending email messages to people as though they're me. And I'm not even online. They're saying I'm chatting with myself in chat. I don't have nothing to talk to myself about. I'm not even online at the time. I have not been online in God knows how long. And these people are still bringing up my name to the point of going to Shockham Raw and asking Shockham Raw to lie and say that I gave him information that I had no knowledge of about Rev G. He didn't even say it on his live.
Okay.
Catherine, after that story of Rev G broke out, she left. Catherine Brown gave that information to Shockham. Why would you do that? That's not true. I'm sick of him. And if he would have stopped harassing me when I asked him to, and stopped thinking I want to have sex with him because I don't want to be harassed, all of this would not even be going on. And the only way to stop it, my only recourse, was to go to the police.
So interesting how Don let it be known that TCTV was so angry because Catherine Brown was running around trying to figure out a plan and had developed a plan to help Don financially. And guess who got mad? Because he was being cut out of the money. Isn't it consistent with what you just heard? If that is indeed what happened, well, that's what Don said. You see, though, I don't know why TCTV would get mad, because there is never a shortage of women who would be willing to take care of a bum. And TCTV should know that. Tiff Grit, let it be known. He was being taken care of. He doesn't work for himself. I don't have to work. That's his answer. He's not taking care of anyone. He expects everyone to take care of him. This is straight up bum. Nerve to run around trying to pass judgment on others. It's pathetic. That is definitely a consistency. I need you to do something for me. And if you don't do something for me, what happens? He starts to accuse you of wanting him. He has to force a conflict, and he's got to mention sex. This is who we're dealing with. You see the pattern. You saw the pattern back in 2021, and you're seeing it now. I wanted to see how far he really thought he could get by saying we'll have a truce. How the hell? Come on. Oh my God, you really have some brain cells struggling for life. If you think I'm running a truce with you when you're sitting up here grinding Dumpsy D. Durrell, literally in his lap, and you're on panels, people talking shit about me and my friends. He really kids himself into thinking that he's smart. Now let's talk about this "I'm better than you" comment that he kept saying. I'm not into the "I'm better you" philosophy, but try this. Can you say that you made better decisions than I have? Did you make better decisions than I did as a youth, as an adolescent, as a teen, as an adult? Do you think you made better decisions than I did? And shout out to those who've had criminal justice encounters at any stage in your life, and you are reformed or on your way to being reformed minded. TCTV, that's not you. Can you say you made better decisions than I did? That's what it's about. There's no such thing as anybody better than somebody. That doesn't exist. It's about the decisions that you make, and that is completely and totally up to you. Have you made better decisions than I have in life? Are you making decisions right now that are better than me? Are you making better decisions right now when you go on these platforms and start asking women and telling women who they want to have babies with? You initiate that. You initiate all of that sexual talk. When you and Mikey were up there, you started bringing up sex. You were slipping back into what is most comfortable. And I let you do it. I let you go. I let you go. I just let you slip into it. Then I decided to bring it up, and you got all nervous. It wasn't the last live stream. It was a few live streams back. I caught you. You slipped so comfortably back into that mode that you so loved. You held on to so dearly. Stargate got you. You tried to sexually humiliate her and sexually degrade her, and she snapped on you. There are women who respect themselves and aren't going to let you do that. And you don't like that. You must want me. You think that's going to stop me? You think that's going to stop me from calling your ass out? He thinks if you confront him on something, him saying that you want to screw him is going to shut you up and stop you from confronting him. Like hell it will. You are not going to tell me when I'm opening up this mouth. You aren't going to tell me what I'm going to say anywhere. But he tries. He thinks he can boss women around. Listen to how he talks to women. And you have kids. You have the nerve to sit here and talk about being a father. How much of that behavior has rubbed off on your kids? I wonder. I bet you some of it has, because you don't even talk about your kids. And when I say he doesn't talk about his kids, I mean, what parent doesn't like make references? Just general references. You don't have to get into all, details. You don't even talk about them. You got the white man coming up in your shit, CPS, to tell you how to be a father. You don't even pay for your children. Tiff Griff told you about that. Now, if a husband and a wife decide, okay, I'm going to be the breadwinner, say the wife decides, that's what they decide. But not if you're going to be a bum. It's not, okay, I'm going to be a bum. That's not what the decision is. The husband contributes to the home if they decide the wife will be the breadwinner. It's not that the husband is a bum. What are you doing to contribute? You can't pass judgment on anybody else's life when you're a deadbeat. How dare you say anything about anybody the way you talk about Len and Honor, the way you talk about my friend Reb G, the way you talk about everybody, like you're perfect. Again, there is no such thing as better. What about your decisions in life? Are you making better decisions than Reb G? You make better decisions than Len and Honor, who you talked about like a dog and wanted arrested for doing nothing. You wanted him in a jail cell. But then you wanted crying when Catherine Brown called the cops on you. She got all 3 channels down. So obviously, he did something. YouTube took his channels down. You did the things that you did. And you getting up on panels trying to tell people what they should and shouldn't say is not going to work. You trying to say you can do a truce and I'm going to shut up about what you did and said is not going to work. I'm going to speak on what I want to speak on forever and a day. You don't like it, that's your damn problem. You are the one that has all these problems coming on here, sexually tormenting, sexually harassing, sexually degrading people and expecting them to take it. And I want to make sure I'm saying people. He does it to men and he does it to women, and he runs around calling other men gay and DL. What is the reason this is at the forefront of his brain? Is that supposed to be our problem to figure out? No, it's your problem to figure out. We're just not going to be on the receiving end of it. I let you and Mikey talk to each other because you seem to enjoy hearing that come out of each other's mouths. You don't want to hear it come out of a woman's mouth. You want to hear it come out of a man's mouth. I don't care about that. I'm not the one that feels ashamed about it. You feel ashamed about it. Trying to direct it towards a woman when you know good and damn well it's a man you want to hear it from. It's a man you want to tell it to. Heterosexual men don't sit there and talk to each other like that. Go for it if that's what you want. Quit trying to use women as a cover. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Quit trying to go overboard with this hypersexualization, this targeting of women as a cover. It's not convincing. And claiming all the women want you so you can try to make it appear that you're so desirable to women, but that's not what you're really into. To the point where you're harassing them into oblivion, to the point where you get criminal charges. That's the situation. She called the cops on you. She has tapes on you. You were the one hanging out with Catherine Brown, not me. She got your channel down, 3 of your channels down. She can try to interrupt me all day. It's not going to work. I'm still going to talk. All he's going to do is lie and deny. running around here doing Dumpsy's bidding, but he's not going over on Dumpsy's page, on Dumpsy's panel. Why is that? Because he's running around trying to promote Dumpsy's disposition. I'm going to keep speaking the truth. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to keep right on talking. You know it, folks. Got more coming your way. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.